Hi everybody, this is Jessica talking again on another Lady Gaga video and lyric song. It's called Marry the Night, and I'm just gonna talk about a little bit of her movie, which I don't normally talk about her like videos or whatever, but this one's very interesting. Not that all of them are interesting, but this one stuck out to me a lot where it really represents what the song's about. When I first heard the song, I thought I was like, oh, she's marrying the darker stuff, but I thought, well, here's some of her other songs and all the mind control stuff and Illuminati and going to fame, there's price and everything like that, where I'm like, there's gotta be more to this. Mary of the Night, knowing Lady Gaga, she's got a lot of meaning in her stuff. So I looked her stuff up, and I also looked up, this isn't all from me, it's from a person who's very observative, and she talks about the meaning and little like signals and stuff here in the movies, and like he's described it really well. And he was very open. He didn't know everything, but he was like, could it mean this? Could it mean something in the past? So I got information on that 'cause I was confused. But I'll talk about the movie first, video, and then I'll go to the lyrics, which I think it'll work better that way so you understand what happened. Which you've probably seen it. But anyway, so she starts out as a patient on a stretcher, and she's awake and everything. She's talking about trauma and trauma-based people who, I mean, she's talking about her having a trauma or something, and that she's not lying. She talks about her past because she fills in the gaps with glamorous scenes because she's forgotten. She's like, it's not like it can be replaced with atoms and stuff. Your memory, if it's lost, it's lost. Because the way she describes it about forgetting and replacing it with something glamorous and making it beautiful. And her examples, I mean, she says examples, like in this movie, she's very explicit and very detailed, and it's very obvious. You don't have to guess anything. There's nothing really implied. She says a lot of it. And she says stuff like, oh, like, I put the nurses that were bringing her around on stretcher, I put their hats sideways. I think she was like Parisian style because I thought it was glamorous. So she talks a lot of fashion. She talks about the Calvin Klein shoes, things like that. And they go into this mental institution or whatever, and obviously it's a mind control thing because all of them have their heads wrapped. And there's a bunch of women there. They're the ones who have their head wrapped and stuff, and they're all dancing and laughing around. And she goes in like to her bed, and she's talking to this nurse who delivered her as a baby. Very interesting. And she says, you know how I'm gonna become a star? She says, what? She's like, because I have nothing to lose, which is sad. Sounds like being a star is like her last choice. And because she just lost it, because being trauma based, just like, what do I got to lose? I'm on my last leg anyway. So then she goes to her apartment, and they get her in her apartment, and she goes crazy, like absolutely bizarre. And it's because her boss called her and basically fired her and thinks she's from being like from ballet or something. She's like, oh, but I'm artistic or I'm a star. Like she just really was crazy, and she goes crazy. But then she has another scene throughout it, like back and forth, where she's like a ballerina playing perfectly in a ballet outfit. There's no audience there, but like on the stage, like she's a star. And then her going crazy, like that's her mind. She's thinking she's like a ballerina. The other part, she's just, in reality, she's losing it. But she can't take that. She thinks of herself as a ballerina, which is very interesting because I think she did ballet before. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm still that, but she's not. She got fired from that job. So anyways, then she colors her hair. That's a very significant change, which is interesting. The color she does, her hair was brown, then turns blonde. It's just like her in real life. I'm saying her name, Stephanie Germanotta, had brown hair, and now Lady Gaga has blonde hair. A change into stardom. And then she goes to her the stadium or the place where they had ballet, and you see all these people. And when I was looking at the meaning of the song, they said some of those people might have been from the institution, which isn't interesting. But because they were all kind of like dancing around the institution, almost like the ballerinas, and like she kind of says goodbye or whatever. She's got this fashionable blinky outfit. And she said she feels like her gaps with bling and fashion, like. And so it's a very interesting picture there. Like she's leaving this formal and almost like innocent looking picture of ballerinas. She's all in their leotard stuff, then she leaves, and she's got hair different, her outfit's crazier, and she's got those rhinestone glasses or whatever. So she has interesting glasses, and she never can see through them. But then trying to see here, and then she goes into hip hop, something different, something more what's implied here. Not that I think hip hop's bad, but almost like, you know, innocent, pretty ballet to freestyle, crazy hip hop, dark, whatever it's supposed to symbolize is what it seems to do. And she's singing in her car in this black outfit, and she's like, "Gonna marry you tonight." She sings the lyrics, and then like I said, she's doing hip hop and stuff. And later on, they're on the streets, and she's already got like her gang or whatever. Like she's gotten some popularity, and there's a bunch of confusing scenes. There are a bunch of like what's going on. So a lot of bathroom scenes. I was like, she's making herself throw up. At one point, I couldn't tell, and then other parts like someone's like pulling her. I don't know. So I was a little confused. Those looked like she was getting up to her fame and get as crazy as much as possible, and she was gonna do anything to get it. And at the end, she gets some interview or something. I forgot something where it was her ticket to fame. And let me see. Hold on. Okay. They said I'm looking at the meaning of Lady Gaga, something I got off of Bing. This is when you marry the night or sell your soul, the doors of the music business magically open. Gaga gets an appointment with Interscope Records and shows it on her hand. And also what's interesting is you see your nails, they're pointy, and maybe there's no significance there, but a lot of times like the long fingers and the pointy and the scaly and the weird stuff like that seems to like represent them like turning over to the dark. Like all of a sudden she has these pointy nails and glamorous looks. And then at the end of the video, she is like, there's this fire everywhere, it's dark, and she has this red dress, which is like sacrifice, and she has this big blue hat or something. I think it's supposed to represent like the night. Go figure, like the moon or something. And she's with the night. And that's what's controlling her. So that's the movie. The video, I was very confused when I saw it. But very interesting, and once again very Lady Gaga, very like some deep meaning, and you know, always something huge is going on. And sounds of from just the video itself, not completely looking at all the lyrics, I could see to become popular, to be a star, to get in the business, she had to like go crazy for it. And she also became a star not because it was her dream, because that's all she had left to fill in those gaps of her past, to paint that picture. She talks about painting pictures. She's like, oh yeah, you know, the picture's not fully painted, and I want to paint in pretty scene, things like that. And that's one thing she shows. She has a lot of fashion in this video, like, you know, colorful makeup, hair, and glasses and everything. So very interesting. And then so I'll go on to the lyrics, and a lot of it is kind of repetitive. Maybe I'll explain, but in like big chunks. So I'm just going to start out. She says, I'm going to marry the night. I won't give up on my life. I'm a warrior queen. Live passionately tonight. I'm going to marry the dark. I'm going to make love to the stars. I'm a soldier to my own emptiness. I'm a winner. All this kind of confuses me because some of it sounds like backwards. But the first few, you know, she's going to marry the night, but she won't give up on her life. Which marry the night sounds like almost submission, but she won't give up. Then she's a warrior queen, which almost sounds like she'd be fighting it. She's going to live passionately tonight. She's going to marry the dark. She's going to make love to the sky, like she's going to do everything she can to be part of the dark, or whatever that's supposed to mean. She's a soldier to her emptiness. I don't get that. And then she says, I'm a winner. Like, both of them sound completely different to me. But, yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what she means by that. And then she says, I'm going to marry the night. I'm going to marry the night. I'm going to bury the night. Didn't sound like that in there. Well, that's really interesting. She's going to marry the night. I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry anymore. I'm going to marry the night. Leave nothing on the street to explore. So I guess she's saying I'm going to move on or something. I'm going to marry the night. I'm going to leave the trauma behind. Probably that's what I think she means by I'm not going to cry anymore. Maybe not, but. And she says, marry the night over and over. And she says, I'm going to lace up my boots, throw on some leather and cruise down the street that I love in my fishnet gloves. I'm a sinner. Obviously, she's showing her she married the night, that she's going to go to the dark side, or whatever you want to say. And that's actually where they say I'm going to lace up my boots, where she says this scene. It's when she's in the hip hop. That's like after she left that innocent ballet stuff and whatever, and those pink leotards she turns in, she has this like bra on and black outfit and everything, and I think that's the part it starts saying that. Very interesting. And then she says, then I'll go down to the bar, but I won't cry anymore. I'll hold my whiskey up high. Kiss the bartender twice. I'm a loser. So it's like, it almost sounds like she's given up, but it's like, I don't care anymore. Like, the first part was just like, well, I've given over. Now it's like, well, I don't care about it. And then she says to the chorus, I'm not going to marry the night. I'm going to marry the night. I'm not going to cry anymore. And leave nothing on the street to explore. And then she says, marrying the night a lot. Nothing's too cool to take me from you. New York is... Okay, I'm gonna read that again. Nothing's too cool to take me from you. New York is not just a town that you never knew. Love is the new denim or black. Skeleton guns are wedding bells in the attic. Well then, interesting lyrics, Lady Gaga. Nothing's too cool to take me from you. I'm not sure what some of this means. You're gonna have to look some of this up. But sounds like she's New York is not just a town that you never knew. Love is the new denim or black, which is interesting because you have to find her perspective of love. You cannot take a biblical perspective or something, which she thinks is, because in many of her other songs, love is confusing and crazy. Like in You One Eye, it talks a lot about love and stuff, and it says crazy, sometimes it doesn't work, so it's like very messed up. So love's the new denim or black, you say like confusion is the new denim or black. It talks about skeleton guns aren't wedding bells, like it sounds like the marry the night. Like if you think of a marriage to the night, which night is confusing but obviously evil and wrong, you don't think of white scene, you think of a darker scene, skeleton guns. I guess that makes sense. I don't know, I'm trying to work around it. And get Ginger ready, climb in Camino front, won't poke holes in the seats with my heels, cause that's when we make love. Okay, so she can keep the car clean so she can make love in the car. Okay. Come on and run, and turn the car on and run. Cars running. Right. I'm gonna marry the night, I'm gonna hole in the road, I'm gonna marry the night, leave nothing on the streets to explode. And she's marrying the night over and over till the end of it. And it's just the night like 100 more times. So that's the end of the song. I'm confused. Not trying to be sarcastic or half of that. It's just, yeah, that's probably one of the hardest songs I've ever with lyrics from when it comes to Lady Gaga. But funny, she just like burn a hole in the road like during that section, that last like part. She's like blowing stuff up and putting gasoline on all the cars and like with fires everywhere. She's like sitting on one car. And I guess she's like it's kind of interesting picture seeing that, because if you think about it, all her others is so glam, but she's hip hop. She's got all these fashion bottles, she's got these glasses, and then she's burning stuff up and she's like soiled and dirty. It's almost like partly her reality maybe, and she's gonna destroy everything else and leave it behind because she's starting anew. Obviously, she leaves the ballet, she colors her hair, she's in hip hop, things like that. And when you know at the end, she's like, you know, she marries the night. She says it over and over, and she gets that she's going to have an interview. So what's very interesting about this is that it's not shocking from like, it's not like, oh, Lady Gaga's never done this. She's done so many mind control and things. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost done. Can you go? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was my scissors. And so she's just talking about something that seems like she's talked about before, so this is more almost like sums it up, explicit, everything, like all her other things about mind control. I can't think of an example. Bad Romance, she's kind of like, you know, she's kind of Bad Romance is a lot like it, except it's a romance, almost like it's a phase or something, while Marry the Night is like permanent. She's going to go dark. So it's very interesting. It's like the final song of all her, I don't know, it's very interesting, but it's like seems to sum up a lot of what she does with the mind control, Illuminati, especially there's a price for fame, there's sacrifice, she's always wearing red, there's always these fires, there's always this submission, things like that. And like, remember she was in Telephone, she's talking about a lot of things there, there's a lot of implications there, and she's like killing people and everything, just like kind of losing it to get fame or whatever. Many things all that combined together, I can't explain it now. But anyways, I hope this video helped. I'm a little confused myself, so sorry if I just like stuttered and just like, what are you talking about? I had a hard time with it, but thanks for watching, and subscribe, comment, or like. Thanks.